So yesterday in Atlanta, the police shut down an arena, not for a concert, not for a game, for this. Thousands of kids showed up at State Farm Arena for a content creator event called Streamer University. And it got so big, the city pulled the plug before it even started. Okay. So think about what this actually is. This is not fans showing up to watch a celebrity. This is a generation showing up to become the celebrity. They came to learn the job and they're here. And here's the part that nobody in crypto is connecting. An entire generation just declared its career path. And almost none of the money infrastructure behind it exists. Okay. And this is what Zebec is building right? They're building next generation dominance. Today, I want to show you why Zebec is quietly building the payment layer underneath all this, and it might be one of the most underrated positions in the market. Let's get into it. So let's put some numbers on what we just saw. Okay. 65% of Gen Z considers themselves to be content creators. Okay. Now, that's not wannabe that they are. 16% or 65% of them consider themselves to be content creators. And just so we're clear, Gen Z is defined as individuals between 14 and 24 years old. So what Zebec is building here with Google, which I think a lot of people are missing, is they're hitting this next generation here where they consider themselves to be content creators. They want to come up and grow up to be content creators. And here's another source. 53% of Gen Z says becoming a creator is a viable career path, and the industry that used to be not, now they're paying attention. Okay, just to read that again, 53% of Gen Z say becoming a content creator is a viable career, and the industry that used to be mocked, um, used to mock that idea is not paying attention. So really cool there, right? And I think the back is aware of these metrics, and they're getting on top of things, on top of what they're doing with payroll, on top of what they're doing with remittances, on top of what they're doing with the super app, on top of what they're doing with treasuries, right? So if you zoom out, the creator economy isn't just a niche, it's the default ambition of the largest incoming workforce on the planet. And here's how the founders questions. Here the founder question you should be asking. 100 million people make their living posting, streaming, and shipping content across borders. How do they get paid? Okay, they'll get paid by Zebec. Okay, and this is a live stream that is going straight to the Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon. Shout out to the patrons. They get pre-record stream to them live. You'll get part of the show, and the Patreons will get the entire show, and they'll be able to ask questions during and at the end of the show. I see you, Kevin Garrett, in the house. What's up, Kevin? Let's go ahead and continue on here. Definitely sign up for the Patreon where we have weekly open mic night, weekly symbolism Sundays to let you know what symbols are important in crypto, because there are a lot of them. And we also have exclusive chat rooms that we talk in every day. So the world is already building this physical infrastructure for this generation. Let's look at GenCon, okay? This is something that came out of an open mic night that we did a couple weeks ago, and now you guys are finally getting this information. Just Cloud 11. This is a new creative destination, they say. They're building over in Bangkok. You can see here they have grade A workspaces, creative shopping destinations, 500 square miles of production studio, uh, 10 ride. That must be some type of picture saying that maybe like Filipino or whatever. I don't know, or Thailand. I don't know what 10 ride is. I don't know what that structure is. Multiple performance spaces. So bottom line, they have a great part. So, creator commerce, a launch pad for creators, artists, and entertainment companies to showcase and earn. Powered by seamless booking platform, world-class studios for music, film, dance, and post-production, offered with executive tenant, tenant rates and credit perks. Creative communities, buzzing hive of creative minds, with constant activations, events, and cultural exchanges. So you can see here, they're building a community, an entire luxury apartment to cater to content creators. And this is over in Thailand. Immersive gallery spaces featuring bold works and emerging high talents across disciplines. Global creative institutions leading in Thailand for the very first time here at Cloud 11. Commons Cloud 11. South Summit Fit Nourishing Backyard, a space for community to connect, create, and enjoy curated experiences, wholesome food, enriching activities, and a of nature. Okay. It's a $1 billion plus mega project calling itself Asia's largest hub for content creators, production studios, live stream pods, creator village, and academy. They literally call the concept creator commerce. Somebody put $1 billion of concrete into the idea that creating content is the economy of the future, right? And Zebec is preparing itself for this future. But here's the gap, guys. You can build the studio, you can build the academy, you can build the village. None of that solves the very thing every single creator actually struggles with, and that's the money. Getting paid across borders, sponsorship payouts that take 30 to 60 to 90 days, subscription revenue trapped in platforms, reoccurring budgets for the tools, the editors, the ad spend. The building is real. The bank for these people basically doesn't exist. Okay. Again, let me remind you, this is a $1.14 billion creation. Frustration, okay. It, it takes maybe 30 to 60 days to get paid, but now with the back, that can go away. And you can get paid for all those different verticals. Remember, in the spaces they talked about collapsing verticals. Instead of all of these taking 30 to 60 days, now they will, you know, this will be collapsed and it'll be real time. And now it can be even more complicated because the creators of tomorrow aren't going to do this alone. They're going to run agents. The AI agents should make it less complicated, actually, in that, you know, the creator will set up the AI agent instead of all of this, being on different verticals, all in one place. Easy, easy, no fuss, no muss. Um, Everything is happening from the same platform. So here, let's take a look at some of the questions you guys have here, and then we'll get back into it here. Just remind everyone, Roy Huey told me directly in that EMA that last year Lightlink would potentially be handling the ticketing for Cloud 11, Zebec on the instant payments, Lightlink for the NFT passes, entry tickets, VIP access to shows and events. Interesting, very interesting there from Kevin Garrett. This is a Lightlink connection. Roy Huey is the CEO of Lightlink. Just one other thing to mention here with Zebec. Remember that they had the guy from YouTube on. Simon went and visited the campus of Google, right? So Zebec is looking to do this, right? And we have here Google Wallet. Google's broader ecosystem direction reinforces this idea. Google Wallet integrations, subscription ecosystems, YouTube monetization flows, and persistent AI workflows all point towards software operating increasingly inside commercial environments rather than isolated chat interfaces. Okay. Most importantly, this does not mean that agents become the independent legal or financial entities. They will remain extensions of human or corporate accounts governed by Treasury controls, permissions, and compliance frameworks established at the account level. The next generation of software will not simply generate content or answer questions. It will coordinate workflows, manage recurring operations, purchase services, and increasingly to participate in economic activity. Okay. And this is the same problem that Zebec was built to solve. This is where stablecoins, programmable treasury infrastructure, streaming payments, and card rails begin to converging into something larger than payroll. So programmable movement of money governed by rules, operating continuously in real time. So again, we kind of mentioned there some of the things that would operate in real time there. Not only just like cutting down the subscription deals and cutting down like the AdSense and having to wait 30 days for AdSense or 30 days for a subscription deal. You're getting paid in real time with all of those deals that hook into Zebec's treasury system. So really, really cool there. Because an agent that's actually useful has to spend. A marketing agent buys ad inventory, an infra agent pays for compute, and pay attention. A creator focused agent managing your YouTube subscriptions, your sponsorships, your SaaS tools, right? Because there are different tools that we use here for YouTube. Definitely, if you're a content creator, you know what I'm talking about. Needs recurring budgets and real-time merchant payment rails. Zebec's line is perfect. Agents don't just need wallets, they need treasury access, spending permissions, and programmable controls. And that's what we kind of got into there. But yeah, let me know what you think here. I think Zebec is uniquely positioned, and this is for the regular people on the Patreon side. I have some things that I want us to continue on with, right? So definitely come over to the Patreon for the full video. Let me know what you think. I think Zebec is uniquely positioned to take advantage of the next generation that is going to be creators, right? And if anything, that Kai Sanat video showed us that the next generation is hungry to be creators, right? And even with the Thai Cloud 11, they're preparing for it. Billionaires, they spent $1 billion on that building. They're preparing for the next generation to move into this like creator economy, if you will. And I think Zebec knows that. They know the metrics and they're getting ready for it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Zebec uniquely positioned for this? Do you think so? Are there other cryptos you think that are uniquely positioned for this? And yeah, so and if you made it to the end, put Kai in the comments, and that will let me know that you got to the end of the video. And thanks so much for watching, guys, and rocking with me. Peace.